Hi, today I'm here with my mother, Margaret.
Hello.
Margaret and I are going, well, Mom and I, don't call her Margaret. Mom and I are going to make a pencil / recipe card holder to put into our kitchen. You can make this just a pencil holder if you want, and we'll tell you how to do both. To make this, you need some empty toilet paper rolls. You only need one, but we have a couple just in case. And if you want to make one for her and someone else, as many as you want. Some scrap cardboard, either paint crayons, or we're going to use felt squares to cover our pencil holder with. We're going to need some glue and then something to decorate it. I have a clothespin. We'll tell you what we're going to do with that in a minute. And I have some little beads that are shaped like a pot and pan and a glove, but you can use buttons, cut up fabric, anything, ribbon if you have it, anything you would like to decorate it when you're done. So to do this, I'm going to have Mom cut a square. This is a 4x6, or you can do a 4x4 square out of cardboard, and that's going to be our base. While she cuts that, I'm going to take my toilet paper roll. I'm going to lay it on my fabric with a little bit of the roll sticking out. So you have a little bit of the roll and then your felt. And then I'm going to take my ink pen or a pencil and I'm going to mark my fabric. And that's how I'm going to know where to cut it. And then I'm going to take a scrap of the cardboard she cut apart, and I'm going to use it as a straight edge, and I'm just going to connect my line. And then I'm going to give that to her to cut out since we're doing this together. And she's going to cut right on that line. You can use Elmer's glue, a glue stick. This happens to be tacky craft glue that I have at the house. If you don't have any glue, you can mix flour and water together and that will make a paste. And you can use that. Once it dries, you're not going to get it apart. That makes a real good glue. And I'm going to put some glue on my cardboard.
But not clear to the bottom.
Yep, not clear to the bottom on this end, just on one end. Because remember, I cut my felt shorter than my tube, and I'll show you why in just a minute. All right, which one's the right one?
That goes on the bottom.
Okay. I'm going to use the wax paper. You've seen me use that before. It keeps my surface from getting nasty. And I'm going to line up the edge of my, I'll hold this up so you can see it, the edge of my felt to the edge of the toilet paper tube. And then you'll see there's empty or toilet paper tube sticking out, and that's exactly what I want. And then our piece is too long, so when I get it so it overlaps, I'm going to have Mom cut that. Give that to her and let her cut that off. And then we're going to have to hold it a minute so that it sticks. Okay, it looks like we may need to put a little more glue. The felt that I had at my house is stiffer than normal felt, so it's given us a little bit of problem here. But we'll just keep being patient and hold it until it decides it wants to stick to the tube. Okay, so while she's holding that, I'm going to take the square, it's going to give us problems, that she cut out, And this is another reason why I have so many toilet paper tubes. I'm going to take another piece of felt, and I want to wrap it around my square. So as she holds that, I'm going to cut my felt so it's bigger than my square of cardboard. And I'm going to cut that while she's still holding that. Hopefully here in just a minute it'll stick. If it doesn't and you're having problems, you can use rubber bands and put rubber bands around both ends and let the rubber bands hold it in place. So I'm going to take my square of felt and I'm going to put my tube right in the middle as close as I can. And I'm going to trace that hole. And then I'm going to carefully fold this in half and cut a little bit. That allows me to stick my scissors in the hole. And I'm going to cut that hole right out. And I'm cutting on the outside of my line because I want the hole just a little bit bigger than my toilet paper tube. Because when I drew it, it didn't have felt on it, and the felt will be a little bit thicker. So how's that coming? Is it stuck good for us?
Mm-mm. It might hold to it.
All right, I think we're going to try it. I'm going to keep my fingers pinched. What we're going to do is where the cardboard sticks out right here, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut that tube right up to the felt. And I'm going to do that all the way around. I don't know. I'm not measuring. About in an inch. Is that about an inch?
Up to the felt.
Up to the felt, about an inch apart. Half an inch to an inch. All the way around. Could have pushed it in. Should I push it in or out?
No, it's got to have something to glue. You got to glue
If I
that.
push it in. Okay, we're discussing if we want to push in. Nope, we're going to push
it
out. We're going to bend those out. In would work, but it would be a lot harder to get it to stick. So we're going to bend it out. There's the
And put the glue on the top of it.
Orioles out there in the tree. All the way around.
This felt is a little stiff. You won't have trouble with it when this felt is softer.
Yeah, I got it.
This is a little different.
Yeah, it's actually called stiff felt that I bought for another project, but trying to do this with things that you're going to have around the house. So we have it all bent out, and I'm going to have Mom put some glue on each of these tabs all the way around. Alright, so she's putting glue on each of those little tabs. I'm going to move this so maybe you can see a little bit better. Oops, I'll pick that up in a minute. And she's going to set that right in the middle of our cardboard square. And then we're going to push it down and get it to stick. Now normally I'd probably stop right there and give that 15-20 minutes to let all this dry, but we're going to go ahead, and since she's here to help me do the whole thing right now, we're going to take our piece of felt with the hole in it, and we're going to whoops, forgot something important. I'm going to have her put glue now on the other side of those tabs. And that takes a minute because she's trying to get in close. And then she's going to put some more glue between the roll and the edge. Down here. Yep. we're going to take our felt with the hole in it, and we're going to carefully slide it right over. And this is where it's nice to be doing this with someone. Right down tight around the base of our tube, and then we're going to push.
That should have been just trimmed because they won't hold.
Well, there's well.
Okay.
Now, I need to let this dry, and when it dries, then I can either choose to cut this off so that there's no over, or I can fold it and glue it. I'm going to go ahead and fold and glue mine, but I've got to get rid of some of the corner because, again, I'm not using normal felt. This is a stiffer felt, and it's not going to glue on itself. So I'm just going to cut the corners out. And then I'm going to hold it. And I'm going to have her, Mom, if you'll put some glue right on that edge for me. The only bad thing about using felt is that felt, the glue soaks into it, so it takes a little bit more to get it to stick.
And our glue is almost empty.
Yeah, and I have an empty old bottle, so that doesn't help in matters.
But you can still use it.
Yep. And I'm going to fold this one over, and we're just going to keep going all the way around. The other thing, it's nice to have felt or a cloth on the bottom, because then it's not going to scratch anything that this sits on. Okay, I know my hand's in the way, but it's really soaking this glue up. So, if you wanted, you could even take a little bit of tape to hold that. Can you help me bend that? Okay, now we're going to flip it over, and we're just going to, there. We're going to go ahead and set it right there on the table. And we're just going to keep taking turns pushing that and holding it down. All right, so now we are ready to decorate our pencil holder. So I'm going to hold this, and I'm going to let Mom decide where she would like to put our little sequins here. You have to put a lot of glue on the back of those. Don't be afraid if it oozes.
I want to put it on the smooth side.
Yeah. Nice thing about this glue is it dries clear, so if she puts too much, it's not going to hurt anything. And the felt will soak it up, so we want enough that'll actually stick to it. Is that where you wanted it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's our pan.
Come on, glue. The glue does not want to come out. But we got it.
Let me turn this around so she can see, and I'll show you after she gets it on there. Okay, there's our carrot.
They can't see it.
I'll get the camera closer too when we get all done so you can see how we decorated it.
Do you want one of these on the flat part?
I don't care. And you can decorate the flat part too. We don't have very many, so we're going to put all of ours on the tube. Sorry. And you get a little bit of glue on your fingers, no problem. It'll all be washable. Oh, and she's going to give me the mitt. I think I'm going to put the mitt over here. So, I'll get it closer here when we're all done, but I want to show you that much, and you can see my flaps haven't dried, so I may have to put a little more glue on them. But, as you can see, my ink pen goes right in there. And so that's a real easy, fun project for two people to do to make a pencil holder. But at the beginning of this, I told you that I have a clip clothespin. Let me hold that down for a minute. So you can see it just clips on and won't come off. And it's really good to hold a recipe card. So we're going to put glue on. My clothespin has a ladybug on it. This is the way they came. You can even use a big one that Mom uses to hang laundry up with. You could color it with a crayon or a marker or paint it. This one happened to come, it's a smaller one, it comes with a ladybug. I'm going to put glue on the one side of my clothespin. And then I'm going to put mine on the back side of my pencil holder. So I can have pencils in it, set it on my counter, and when it's dry, it's not going to let me do it, go ahead. I put my recipe card in, and won't do it right now very good because it's so wet. But it will hold my recipe card up. I can follow the recipe, and if I need something added to my grocery list, I have a pencil right here behind it,